the No Limiter Podcast, where we interview top business owners, entrepreneurs, and creators in every industry to help you set record-breaking months. Here's your host of the No Limiter Podcast, Regina Eileen Woodard.
You are listening to the No Limiter Podcast. I am your host, Regina Eileen Woodard. And today I am joined with my favorite co-host, my only co-host, Dr. T, Dr. Teresa Moore. What's going on?
What's up, everybody? It's Dr. T. So glad to be on. So excited tonight. Hey.
When we miss an episode or we miss doing some things, because usually we do 1 or 2 podcasts a week. Yeah. And when you just get out of flow for a second, we get back on like riding a bike, right? Yeah, because you know how you learn how to ride a bike and then you may not ride a bike in about 90 days or maybe 6 months or maybe a year, right? But once you get back on, you don't forget how to do it.
That's right.
I could take your story way to a lot of different stories when you forget to do something and you don't do it, then you get back on. But anyway, I'm super excited. Who are we talking to today?
So listen, I call her by her nickname, which is Wink, but her name is Edlisha Hayden, and she's such a beautiful young lady out of the city of Pontiac. She's also my MUA, my makeup artist. She the one who beats my face. So when y'all see me out here looking wonderful, it's because of those hands that she has. So I'm super excited to introduce her to everybody, right? And so this is Edlisha Hayden. She is the owner of Dramatic Makeup in the city. It's in Waterford. It's right off of Dixie. And I'm so excited to have her with us tonight. So, hey, Edlisha.
Hello. Hi, everybody. How y'all doing?
We're doing good. How you doing?
I am great. Thanks for asking.
I'm doing good because I'm getting to see your face, but I mean, getting to see your face, getting to hear your voice, because I've heard so many great things about you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. That is a blessing.
Yes. So, yes. Edlisha, so tell the viewers, what inspired you? What got you started to doing what you do today?
So I got started in about 2017. Mm-hmm. I've been working ever since. But what really got me started is because I was always one of those girly girls who like makeup and ombre and stuff like that. So it was a brainer that I took this course as far as with dramatic makeup. What got me into doing it is just my passion for my artistic side. I love to draw. I love coloring. I love shading. I just love things that transcend to different colors.
I have a question, and this is off script, but you got to go off script sometime. But Wink, why is Dr. T calling you Wink? When I'm thinking about Wink, I'm thinking about, somebody's winking their eye. Why do they call you Wink? Tell everybody why.
I got the nickname when I was a baby. When I was a baby, apparently when I cried, I used to wink with one eye. So I would be crying and winking with one eye. So it started off with wink, wink. Then it started with wink. Then it started with winky. Then it started with winky baby. My nieces and nephew, that's what they called me. And now it's back to just plain old wink.
But
so that's where it came from.
You see how she winking her eyelashes though, right?
You see that she got the eyelash. Yeah. For people that's listening to us, you can't see her winking her eyelash, but she's like winking her eye, like wink, wink. So everybody that calls you Wink, is that someone that's they're close to you? They've been knowing you for years, or what?
My siblings, yeah. My sister Mimi, she started she gave me the name Wink. Yep.
Yeah. So listen, Regina, so that the viewers know, I've been knowing Wink since she was born. Yes. And so I was best friends with her sister, Sharona. We called her Sharon. So we were best friends as kids growing up. And so it was only Sharon and it was her brother. Wink wasn't even thought about then. So this was years ago. Years ago. So yeah, I consider myself family.
Yep, for sure.
So Wink, do I have to be family? I'm family now. So
I don't know. Wait, hold on.
Wait,
I don't know if you get that. I don't know if you get that.
She already said.
She just being nice. She being nice.
Said, yeah. She said yes. So Wink, in your business, how do you help people in your business? How do you help them succeed? Because when I think about beating the face, I think about my face beat every day.
For real.
Well, my main goal for makeup is to use it as an enhancement, just so that I don't go overboard, and learning that a little goes a long way, especially if you're using high-end, full coverage products. Mm-hmm. So once I learned that my heavy hand was not going to be good for my artistry for makeup, everything started to just like grow, because then I was able to really see my work into, in full fruition. So that's what really, what it was, is just, realizing that it's for an enhancement, not using too much, but using just enough to make everything that you already have on your beautiful face pop, and just make you look like that one and the two.
That's good.
So you around telling people they look good, with just a little bit of makeup on, or you just, okay, I'm gonna leave that alone, because everybody.
No, so you still getting a full glam. However, do you ever see makeup where you be like, that's a little too much?
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes we have those moments where things kind of look cakey. So it's like, I had to learn that little goes a long way, because I was using high-end products. I didn't know what I had in my hands. When I first started out, I was self-taught. But once I realized that little goes a long way, and I went back and became certified, and went back and took some classes for bridal makeup and special effects and stuff in that nature, I realized that the only thing that I needed to tone down on was I was just using too much. I didn't realize that, my hand was that heavy.
Yeah, that's good. Wow. And the name of your business is called Dramatic Makeup. So, when we think about having a lot of makeup, when you think about dramatic, think about, you think about excessiveness. Wow. Mm-hmm. So that's good. I'm glad you brought that out. But what would you like the listeners to know about you?
Well, I also want the listeners to know that dramatic makeup doesn't come from a place of makeup. It comes from a place of beauty and women. So when I think of dramatic makeup, I think of women, because I don't know no woman that's not dramatic. When we get up in the morning, we're dramatic. If we lose our keys, we're dramatic. If something is late that was supposed to have been on time, we dramatic. I chose, my name because women are dramatic, and I know I'm dramatic. And I like to capture every phase of the dramaticness in us, because we are extra. I don't know. No woman ain't extra. You get a truck, you gonna want to get the best truck you can get, right?
That's when you go to the Queen of Carlos.
You gonna want it to taste it fast.
Look, it's funny you say that, because when I couldn't find my phone for 2 hours, I was dramatic. When I couldn't make my phone calls today, I was dramatic. When I just
and the
had
computer
so much
wasn't working.
Dramatic.
So it sounds like she's a dramatic beauty, dramatic cutie to me.
The queen of dramatic.
Okay. It sounds like Miss Regina. It sounds like you need to come see your girl.
Listen. She got a girl though. She got a girl though. She got a wait. She got one though. We a little selfish about our girls, but she do got one. She got a girl. She do. I got one too.
So let me just say this: being dramatic all day. Every time something happens to me, I'm just gonna tell you this: I've been learning to put my makeup on, and I'm learning honestly what's right for me. Sometimes I might be too light. Sometimes I might be. I'm learning so much. But what's one tip that you can give a young lady right now when she wants to put makeup on for the first time?
I would just tell her to focus on the areas that she wants to enhance. So if she got nice full brows, a nice full set of brows, I wouldn't touch my brows. Half the time I do my makeup, I don't touch my brows, because I already have full thick brows. I might go in those sparse areas where it's kind of light, and maybe fill in just so that it can look, all together. But just, and trust in the process, because I think sometimes we jump the gun. We already hopped out the car before we put it in park. We are already like, I'm at the door. I ain't doing this no more. I'm out. So just trust in the process, focusing on the areas that she would like to enhance, and little goes a long way. I tell everybody, little goes a long way. You don't need a lot of makeup. You don't need a lot of foundation, because the less you use, and if you're using the right stuff, if you're applying it the right way, it's going to come out more seamless and flawless than if you add more. More can hurt you because it can give you like a cakey look. And then sometimes certain products, and if everything isn't coming from the same brand, can, be kind of going against one another. So it's just like knowing your products, trusting yourself, and focusing on the areas that you would like to enhance. That's what I would give her.
Yeah, I love that you said that, because my makeup girl just told me that last week. She was like, did you just get out the casket, or were you trying to get in the casket with the makeup you put on your face today? And I was like, I said, really? Are you telling me that? She said, yes. She said, because you need to focus on those areas, not your whole face.
Yeah.
You got those dark spots. That's what you need to put put the foundation on, the concealer, and just do that. So that's a great tip. But, I had to learn that because I was casket ready. And I was casket ready because afterwards went out and explored and didn't ask. I just said, okay, I'm gonna talk to somebody. I got this. I just went crazy instead of asking. So I love that answer. But everybody just doesn't get into the makeup world or being a glamour person or enhancing the look. But what inspired you to pursue the profession that you're in? Because I'm sure you just didn't wake up and say, damn, this is what I want to do.
Really what inspired me was just because I saw the area and I just took it. I ran with it. I saw how easy it was for me to communicate with women and get them to come and see me and do makeup. And what brought it full out was the fact that, for one, I was tired of working 40 hours a week. So I already was kind of like, okay, this ain't for me. I want to add to my resume. So I started it off with just as it being a craft. And then I just, it went from hobby craft to now it's a full-fledged business. So, but what really got me into doing it was the fact that I saw the market for it. For one, women, if you do a good job, women gonna come and you can you can set your price at what you want it at. And also you can set the clientele that you want, it has so much room for growth. Cause like I've done a movie. I have a second movie coming up that was postponed. It was supposed to be shot.
What movie?
It was called Hear My Cries. It's on Tubi. I want to say it's on Tubi, and I think it's on Amazon Prime.
So let me just ask another quick question real quick. So I was reading your bio, and your bio went a little deeper than that. What inspired you to get in this profession? Because in your bio, it said that you were going through some things in your life, and that's what kind of helped you change. Can you expand on that a little bit? What did you go through to want to take your life in this direction to be able to help people?
It's kind of hand in foot because I also have my online holistic store. I do holistic, all natural products. So it kind of go hand in foot with that. But what really started me was because I just, for one, I saw how women felt with makeup. I saw how they felt with it. I saw how they,
How do we feel?
Beautiful. I mean, turned up. I mean, I see women that come in like looking like this, that come out like this with all 32 teeth showing. So it's just like, I have the passion for it because I really love what I do, for one. I just love it makes me feel like a little kid, like I'm just coloring, but I have a full face for a canvas. I also, I have my all natural holistic store. What started that was I had a scare with uterine fibroid cancer. So that kind of went and still does go hand in foot with the beauty of the outside, because now I'm working on all natural products for the inside. So it's kind of like both of my business are still kind of like sisters. They go hand in foot. One is good without the other, but together they are like the dynamic duo.
I really love the way that you put that out there. And one of the things you talk about with your holistic natural products, that's the same thing. When I come, I get a natural face beat. So I don't particularly like a lot of makeup on my face. So what I like about what you do is that you enhance, but you really don't put a lot of foundation on me. I have a really natural look. So I'm not caked up. I have bare minimum. And when I leave out, I can see the enhancement. But what I love about even makeup, like Regina asked the question, how do you make us feel? Well, when you put makeup on, you really kind of feel like a superstar. You're like, oh, I'm cute today. I feel
I'm
like
cute.
I'm cute every day. But when
I'm cute.
when I got them lashes on, I'm weakening a little more. And I got my
Mhm.
glasses on. So I'm feeling it like boosts your confidence. So I really like the fact that you talked about the naturalness of it, because you don't have to have an excessive amount to say that I'm beautiful or to look beautiful. It's the simple things that help us. And then even with your holistic products, even the teas that you do and all the natural things, I have purchased those items as well. And so I really appreciate the natural side that you're doing with this. So thank you. But I did want to ask a question as we were looking at your questions that you responded to. What is the one thing that you get asked all the time that you would like to expound more on?
I get asked, yes, a few different questions, but like Miss Regina said, one of the main ones is why my name? That was one big question. And I tell women, and then they like, oh, well, I understand now. You probably should put that out there because it's kind of like a slogan. Why dramatic makeup? Because women are dramatic. I am women. I'm a woman. Also get asked questions of, again, what's caused me to go into the fields that I've been in, like first the makeup and the artistry side, and now the holistic and the all natural side. What caused me? And I said, well, it was only a no-brainer because I do a lot of all natural stuff. I had stopped. It's been like 6 years. I stopped and follow certain all natural things, like far as with my teas, and it wasn't like I just put this out because I was just trying to, get the world to see what I had. I was putting it out there because I knew that if it worked for me, how fast it worked for me, that it could do the same and probably more. And I've had so many good results, like far as with the teas, I have a all natural women wellness tea. And this tea is good for your whole reproductive system, for the whole female reproductive system. And it's
You're making this. So you're making this tea, or everything that you're producing, you're making it yourself?
Yes. So I get all of my herbs and all my loose herbs imported from Etsy, and I mix everything together, but you have to still have everything calibrated. Everything got to be pretty much like weighed out. So I go through all of that. I make sure that, I'm picking some of the top fine herbs. And then I'm also making sure that they're not going to give anybody allergic reaction or just anything because of something being off, because the wrong amount could cause a lot, because of it being all natural. A lot of people think that all natural means, it might work, and it might not. No, chances are it's going to work. It's going to work better than Western medicine because of all natural. See, all natural, we are healing completely. With Western medicine, we are just living with our symptoms. So once I learned that, and once I started to get in my books and my all my herbal books, and just learning about fasting and about the power of water and how fasting and drinking this amount of water at this amount of time can do this to the body, it just really opened up my eyes to a different world. Like I just didn't realize like how powerful our bodies were. I didn't realize that. And now I had a scare of uterine fibroid cancer in 2018 of December. I went back in January of 2019. They didn't find a uterine fibroid. I had no cancer. And this was a second follow-up. And this was just all from resetting my mind, training my mind to be stronger than my desires. And then also doing the work. Faith without work is dead. So then I did my part by adding
Wait, back up. Faith without what?
Works.
Faith without works is dead.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can't pray and ask for something and then don't do your part. Your prayer is pretty much unheard. You got to do your part. So I prayed. I didn't worry because I know who I belong to. I know the God I belong to and who I serve. And I did my part.
Yeah, that's good.
I went back in less than 6 weeks. And they didn't find a cyst on my ovaries. They didn't find a fibroid. They didn't find cancer, all of the things that they were trying to tell me. And the first thing that the doctor said was, what did you do? Well, what did you do? She's flipping through my charts. She's looking hysteric. She's tripping. And I said, well, I'm just standing there calm. I said, I didn't believe you. I believe God. And I talked to God, and God said, yes, when you thought it was a no. You closed the door, but God opened it.
Are you in the market for a new or used car? Whether you're in the Metro Detroit area or anywhere in the U.S., call or text me at 248-301-0461. And I go to work on getting you the best deal possible. That's right, we're delivered anywhere in the U.S. Call or text me at 248-301-0461.
So since we're talking about open doors, let me ask you this question. So for the new up and coming artist who wants to get in the industry, what is a tip that you can give the person that's coming in? And before you answer that, I just want to say this, what I really love about you is that you're not really intimidated and you want to help the next person. You want to see them succeed. So could you tell me a tip, or tell the listeners a tip that you would give to that up and coming person who has a desire to go in this industry?
I will give them a few tips. The first thing I would tell them is believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself. You can do all things in Christ who strengthens us.
Yeah.
And take it serious. If you gonna get out here and put your name on the line, take it serious. If you're gonna be about customer service, be 100% about customer service. And if this is your passion, don't give up on yourself. And then just continue to evolve, because even as me being 5, almost 6 years as a makeup artist certified and been through classes and classes, I'm constantly learning new techniques. Yeah. So it's a constant learning, experience that you will have being a small business owner, or if you just choose to do like artistry. And it's also, it's a lot of it's time consuming, because you're trying to build a baby from the womb.
Yeah.
A business is like a baby that you are birthing from the womb, and you trying to grow it and make it sufficient enough that it could survive without you.
Yeah, that's good.
I just tell people, if you look at your business like your baby, if you wouldn't starve yourself or your baby, you wouldn't starve your business. So always constantly feed your business, feed yourself, and continue to stay in thriving areas, and put yourself around people that want to see you win. And that is winning.
You say put yourself around people that what?
That's winning. That's winning.
Because who woke up to win?
You are as strong as your circle. If you are hanging around wink links, you will be a wink link.
Come on here, wink link. That's good.
Yeah. So
that's good.
That's my advice. That's what I would tell them, to start with the forefront and get a business plan. Get a business plan, get your thoughts together, get your concept together, get realistic ideas and goals that you want to target and hit. And just be dedicated to your craft, and don't get in this mindset of looking at the world. Okay, it's a nice day, I'm about to close down, but you said you was open. Stick to it. Stick to the script, and you're going to win in the end. Consistency is key. Most people want the results, but they don't want to be consistent enough to see the results. But you got to be consistent.
Yeah, but you know what the thing is that what they don't want to do, they don't want to work. And if you're going to be in any type of business, what you do, you got to put in the work, and you got to be consistent. That's just the bottom line. But I got a question. What would you tell someone that wanted to get into, being a makeup artist, a glam girl, or a glam lady, or anybody, whether it's male or female? What advice would you give them? They just starting off. They're young. They're 17, they're 18 years old, and this is what they have dreamed about their whole life. And now they're ready.
Well, I would just tell them to study themselves, to show that they self is approved. Just constantly paying attention to change and paying attention to the market and trying to find what you aspire to be, because you could have everything in your mental planned out, but if you don't have a visual with your mental, it's kind of like a dream with no visions. You have to have a vision to see where you're going. So I just say, don't be afraid to look into it, to see things that you may aspire, even if it's another up and coming artist. It's a lot of makeup artists. It's a lot of academies that I aspire to be like that. I'm like, okay, if they can do it, I can do it, you know? And it's nothing wrong with that. We all have to, or should want to aspire to be, you know, something.
Yeah, correct. So, I like how you said that. And one of the things that you said, faith without works is dead. But guess what? If you don't work, you don't eat. So Regina just said that. And so we're in a type of industries that we really have to get up and hustle every day. So you have to make your hustle has to be stronger than your desire to do anything else. You have to want to see yourself win. You have to actually get out and put one foot in front of the other. Because if you don't go to work, then you don't eat. Yeah, we got we may have multiple streams of income, but if we really think about it, if we don't go to work, we don't eat. The one thing that you could tell a person who really wants to get in this field, with the way economy is going, what would you tell them today that you wish somebody would have told you 5 years ago?
Be ready for failure. Failure is all a part of business. It's all a part of success. It's all a part of growth. If you don't fail, then how do you know what success feel or taste or look like? So be ready for failure, because it's not going to be what you expect it to be. My goals of what I thought mentally and what I visualized and what I put on my vision board back 5 years ago isn't what it is now. I had no plans in my business board for COVID. I never thought of a pandemic. So I think that we need to tell them to be prepared for the, the unexpected, and just continue to move each day as you're praying, the slogan, pray for the best, prepare for the worst. So I think that's a good thing. And then I also would say always got a backup income, because even as a small business owner, you can't expect that business to thrive and eat and feed itself if you don't have something to contribute to it.
So go back and say that slogan you just said again.
Plan for the best, but prepare for the worst.
That's good right there. You also just said something about having some income. So we have to be flexible, right, too. But I want to ask you this. How important is it to have some money put up? Because you work in an industry where you get paid cash a lot, cash apps, or however people pay you, and you get paid daily. So how important is saving to when you're in this type of business?
Man, it's so essential. It's so essential. I mean, you just never know what you're going to experience. So for me, when I started off with $5,000 saved when I first opened up my business. And I said, well, on a rainy day, even on a bad day, I would like to keep $5,000 in my business account. Have I been successful at keeping that amount? No. Have I fell short? Yes. But that's a part of the plan. These are, again, the things that I thought will be versus reality. And I think that sometimes we got to be, again, also flexible with reality and with what we want, what we expect versus what reality actually is. So it's kind of my intake.
I think that's my favorite part of the interview with you, the podcast, is telling people to have that emergency fund, those 6 months, those 3 months, just having some monies, because you never know what's going to happen. And then also, if you can have another stream of income, that's the key now. Even when you're self-employed. I mean, it's even key if you're working a 9 to 5 and you're punching in every day. You have to be able to have reserve. Do you have 3 months? Do you have 6 months? And if you got nothing right now and you're listening, to this podcast, or you're viewing the podcast, you just want to make sure that you start now. It's never too late to start. You can be 60 and you can start. You can be 70 and you can start. But you just got to make that decision to start.
That's right.
You really do. I've loved the conversation that we have had tonight or this day, because we never know when someone's gonna listen.
Yeah, that's right.
Are there anything that you want to leave us with? Any thoughts, any comments? How do we reach you? What's your website? If someone wanted to reach out to you, or if someone wanted you to be their mentor, because if anything, what I'm learning since I'm getting older, you got everything, people are watching. So you always have to be ready. Stay ready.
what Miss Teresa say, stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So that's right. So my website for my all natural holistic products is Heal with Yahsha, and that's Heal HEAL with WITH. I'm sorry, y'all. YAHSHA.com. HealWithYahsha.com. And you can purchase. And if you're local in Oakland County, I can do free drop-offs.
And if they're not, what do we do? What do they do?
Then I'll just ship it. I'll just go send it to the postal office and ship it. Yeah.
Right. And what if they want to get the face beat?
That's what I was just going to say. In my small business for makeup, dramatic makeup, that is dramaticmakeup.com. And that is also on Instagram and Facebook at Dramatic Makeup as well. Dramatic Makeup LLC on Facebook. And you can book an appointment. And you can book a consultation if you want to check me out. I'm also going to be doing some more classes in the future here for some brunch and brows. And
I was just going to ask that. Are you doing classes? Tell us about the classes you have done.
So I've done classes for people that is trying to start out, like, up and coming makeup artists. I've done some one-on-one makeup classes. All my classes come with your own kit. So everything that you get, you getting all your money's worth. I've done 2 brunch and brow classes. That was very successful. I'm going to be doing that again soon too. I'm thinking more close to the fall. And I've done several different pop-up shops. That's about it. But yep.
That's good. I often hear people say small business. And, when I hear the word small, I look at like little tiny, but I don't believe that any of our businesses are small.
That's right.
I believe that we are mega millionaires. We just have to, command to come up. But
look, time ain't look, I'm a millionaire. I just haven't caught up with it yet.
That's it. That's
right.
It.
You got to claim it. We want to thank you for joining us today. And we hope to have you back real soon. I got an idea, but once we finish up, we'll talk about it. Yeah. So we want to thank you all for listening and watching the No Limits podcast. I am your host, Regina Eileen Woodard, aka the Queen of Carlones. And who?
I am the co-host, Dr. Teresa Moore. Teresa Moore, the mental health expert.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the No Limiter podcast with Regina Eileen Woodard. Remember to subscribe and review the No Limiter podcast wherever you listen to your favorite podcast and the No Limiter podcast YouTube channel. Every listen and review helps to get this podcast out to as many no limiters like you as possible.